God, that's annoying. All right, Paramount Plus. I'm done here. You should give me a job at Paramount Plus. Alrighty, so kind of going over it because I'm waiting for Kevin to hop on. Dave said he's going to hop on as well, so he's going to talk about it. Tal wants the link right away. We got to let Kevin speak first, guys. Kevin's at the stadium and he's in the rain. Frankie saying, Bologna played well. Fuck off, Paramount. All right, so before we start this, because I'm like right here, I'm holding the floodgates like right here. And then you guys are just kind of like, you guys ever watch the scene of World War Z where the zombies are crawling over the wall? And it's like, that's you guys right now. I'm going to let you do it. I'm going to give you a minute. Collect your thoughts, because if you come up here dropping F-bombs coming off rip, we might get kicked off YouTube. So I'm going to give you a minute. Let you simmer. I'm waiting for Dave. I'm waiting for Kevin. I'll let those guys speak, and then I'll drop the link and you guys can cook. Is that fair? I'm going to see what you guys say in the chat. Colin says I don't simmer, I just cook. Tal says it's just me and Colin climbing the walls. I don't know, man. Go on Twitter. It's going to be a bunch of other people climbing too. All right, I got to... Then People says, cool Z. Peepo is cool. Peepo is chill. I am Peepo, and I am chill. There we go. Dave is here. Dave, you want to hop in? You can hop yourself in, technically, because you're cool enough to do that. Here, do you want me to? I'll just ping you in, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here. How's it going, guys? Obviously, not great. Oh, what happened?
Dave, you took yourself out. There you go.
This is the view I want. Okay. Awesome. I feel weird because I'm not in my normal setup. I am on the road and on a janky laptop, so I hope it's not too horrible for you guys.
I mean, yeah, you can hear. I mean, it's visible. You're there.
It works. It works.
It works.
Perfect. All right, Dash, take some time off, relax, clean up.
Oh, I'll wait for Kev.
Okay.
Tal says, I don't Twitter. If I did, I would be on the FBI watch list, if not already. Komabako is asking, how's Italy, Dave? Dave is not in Italy.
Didn't quite make it there. We'll get to that later, but Kevin is here. Oh, we double tapped. All right, Kevin, what's going on?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Kevin, you look like you just decked somebody and you're happy about it. You're just like, you're smiling. You're like walking. You're like, I punched the shit out of that guy.
Yeah.
That pause sells it. 100% sells it.
No, it's just, I laugh at how excited we were coming off of what admittedly was 45 minutes of good football last week to just kind of get back to what we were used to. Here we are again.
It's it's like Allegri 2.0 all over again.
We forgot to install the update. It went from 3.0 to 2.5.
We had to do a rollback. There were glitches.
Rollback update. Too many bugs. Too many bugs in this patch.
Did you guys see
the Chiesa
leaving? Did you see Chiesa leaving frustration?
Absolutely, I would too if I'm getting subbed off for Milik.
Yeah, I didn't know if they picked up on that on TV. So he went and sat on the bench, just like on the stairs for 2 to 3 minutes, just head in his hands, and then just threw his arms down and then just went into the locker room.
I don't blame him.
Yeah,
I honestly don't.
That was questionable.
Especially with how terrible my midfield 2 was. Like, I would lose my mind too.
I wonder who he's losing his mind at, though. There's going to be some interesting
how much money? How much money you want to bet it's Fagioli or Locatelli? Because Kevin, how did the stadium react when Fagioli has a good angled shot, switches from his dominant right foot to his left foot, and sends it out wide?
Booed, or more of a sigh, just kind of that gasp, letdown. What the hell are you doing?
I was trying to see if I could hear a collective face palm. Like, you ever see that thing where it's like everybody face palming and you just hear that,
Yeah.
just people face palming? That's what I was hoping, because I like here on stream we're all like, what the hell just happened?
No, we thought there would be a chance for something to actually happen there, but kind of lost for words.
Hey Kevin, did you ever get those new mics yet?
I did. They worked really well with some pregame stuff, but I don't
Yes.
have them in right now, so
No,
that should
that's
help a
totally
lot.
fine. No, I was just curious to see how those. I can't wait because yeah, Kevin's gonna give us some new interview footage, and we got like some new fancy professional mics that they can wear, and like it's super duper cool.
So look
I
at
just
I'll try and get that stuff together probably tomorrow, and then hopefully we get it ready to be posted to the channel Tuesday at the latest.
no rush, my friend, no rush. You just take a couple of days, relax. Yeah, poor Kevin, man. You're just walking depressed. You're just like this. You're holding your camera. You're like your phone like this. You're like,
Yeah, well, here's the biggest thing, and I'm wondering how Giuntoli will react to him sitting as a new Juventus executive at a home match where you could hear a face palm if someone actually did it due to the complete silence of the environment there without any organized groups. Again, we talked about this at halftime a bit. There's no orchestrated chants or support for the team. And when you're in these moments, your home team should be a cauldron. And we don't have that environment at our stadium right now. And the players get better support when they're at away games. If you guys saw content of the ultras and our strongest fans at the Udinese game, and if you haven't seen that, go to Maurizio's Around Turin page to see some of the videos that he posted because he went to the away match last week. The team gets better support away from home right now. And in these moments where it's our home opener and it's silent in the stadium, just hearing people talk and the players, especially when you have somewhat of a difficult first half, there's nothing to fire that up. And that's what's disappointing, walking away from a home opener without that energy.
Josh, take your break here and I'll cover you for a bit.
all right, Dave. Here, let me play this, and I'll give people forewarning for the call-in show. People are pissed, very, very pissed.
Yes, they are.
I'll share. I'm gonna be a dick. Share the link and play the disclaimer, and then just have fun, guys. Just forewarning people coming in. I have the TVMA thing up in the corner, but I'm just gonna play this clip before we get started.
The following program is rated TV MA LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
I love making that thing. Alrighty, lines up. Have fun, guys. No.
See you in a bit, buddy. So, Kevin, because there was that, what did they call it? 1,000 Bandiere Bianconere. 1,000 Bianconere, essentially, right? How did that work out today?
I think it honestly was a bit underwhelming. It's not, the good thing is it's not just for this match. It's a season-long thing. And for those who don't know what Dave is referencing, there were a number of fan groups, not the ultra groups, but just other fan groups that are trying proactively to bring some environment and color back into the stadiums and put together this initiative, which in English translates to 1,000 black and white flags or Unila Bandieri Bianconere, and where fans should be bringing large, kind of small to medium-sized flags, black and white, with support of Juventus. No logos, no names of cities or groups to create controversy with the club. You saw some for sure, but I don't think it was at the same maybe level or impact that was expected. But the good thing is it's a start and it can only continue. So I'll get this translated and we'll share this on a video later this week. And I interviewed Maurizio a bit about this because Around Turn was one of the driving groups behind it. This was picked up by Tutto Sport, which was one of the local, one of the sports papers in Italy, actually based in Turin. So we'll see where it goes, because if the management doesn't change the relationship with the ultras and the supporting groups, then it's going to have to be fan led. But admittedly, getting the atmosphere back in the stadium is going to require some reconciliation between the management and the organized groups.
Absolutely. Okay, we already have 3 people lined up for the call-in show already. I think people are right riled up. You just hit the bus as well, Kevin. So
Yes, I did.
I'm not going to kick you out per se, but I know you do have to go. And
I'll sneak in the back here. I can talk for a bit. It's all good.
Oh, you good? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. So that being said, and I'll just Cabby, because I know everyone is waiting in the back there. We'll just let Kevin finish up here because otherwise it gets it's insane. And I know, Kevin, it's a bit hard with the noise around you and whatnot. So.
No, I'm happy to chill. If anybody has, I mean, I'm sure people just want to vent, but if there's anything that's like a question for me about the stadium or anything, like happy
Let's
to
send in
hang
the
out for a
rack.
bit.
We have Colin, Misak, and Tal. So they're all dropping in right now. Here you are. How's it going, everyone?
Good evening, boys, or good morning for you guys. How do you feel?
Not great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody feels not
Colin?
great, but I feel, yeah.
So it's an instance of deja vu, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I have a statement that I want to read. It's reposted on Twitter by Mathis Pog from Corriere Torino. Juve have asked the FIGC for compensation of 440 million euros in relation to the offenses committed by Inter during 2005 and 2006 season, the assignment to the Nerazzurri of the Scudetto for that year by default. The hearings will be held on the 24th of October. So basically, I don't know if anybody else has been following this, but during the course of the Agnelli tenure, prior to him kind of stepping down as president, there was a standing lawsuit of 400 million euro that he suspended every year at the beginning of the season against the Federation, because of the calculated losses that we suffered as a result of the Calciopoli farce. And I don't want to say I hate to be a conspiracy theorist, because I love to be a conspiracy theorist, but
Conspiracy fact.
I think conspiracy fact, right? A conspiracy is just collusion, secret collusion, right? I think that if you look at a lot of the interesting refereeing decisions that were made today, particularly Rabiot being offside but not playing the ball and not attempting to play the ball, I think that it's basically the FIGC telling the referees, hey, they're coming after your paycheck when they want to sue us.
Yeah, but again, the Ealing thing too, I think it's like even. My thing is
that wasn't a foul. Ealing slipped just like Ndoye did. So.
I think he touched his leg. That's why he touched his back leg when he was
and there was a clear handball.
Yeah. I agree.
There was something. You know what I mean? If we're going tit for tat, the Illing thing negates their handball, and you know what I mean? That offside call is not an offside. I'm really tired of the offside rules. Like, we should switch it to, if any part of your body is onside, it's onside. I think that will make the game a lot more dynamic and a lot more fun for everybody to watch. And all these bullshit offside by a toe calls are going to go by the wayside.
But okay, to be fair though, if you're going by the letter of the law, and I don't want to play devil's advocate, but I'm going to have to this time. Like, to letter of the law, Rabiot was offside. He was. You can tech. You can
100%.
Yeah.
100%. But
I think
I feel like
I'll argue that most other teams won't have that goal disallowed. I'll agree with you there.
Yeah.
But if we're going to go letter of the law, then unfortunately Rabiot was offside. I think if we're going to complain about anything, it's the handball on the way across. For me,
I also remember Bonucci. Remember the Salernitana onside goal. The same thing that Bonucci didn't touch the ball, etc. But it went in. But because he wasn't like in front of the ball while in the trajectory and stuff, it's a bullshit rule. Everybody knows it's a bullshit rule. But like that's the minimum.
it's a bullshit rule that only gets applied when it's us. Because I've seen Inter and Milan and Roma score those goals and get them not disallowed.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to focus more on us, like what happened today, like what happened for our game. Because Thiago Motta is a coach that we should put our eyes on, man. Because he's a good coach. The team. He's a very promising coach.
Bologna did everything right today.
Yeah, they played the perfect game against us. They didn't let Cambiasso or Weah invert at all to create any overload. They were chasing properly. Zirkzee is a number 9, but he is going back and defending and pressuring. Like our pressure, it's like 6, 8, 7 people are pressuring. They are pressuring with 10 people, completely blocking the lanes. Like they did perfect match. And then when you have a match like that, when the lanes are blocked, you have to have players, ball playing center backs that can either put the ball over the top or dribble and go inside, like because the other team is playing a perfect match, but we don't have it's for me. People are blaming Allegri for today's match. I'm not blaming Allegri because the setup and everything is correct, and what we try to do is correct.
Isak, I'm going to say the only mistake that Allegri made today was Fagioli was not ready.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Fagioli was not ready.
I agree.
I would have given Miretti the start, and then like you bring on Fagioli for garbage time minutes just to kind of get the feel of being in a game again. I mean, yeah, you scored against Alessandria, but like. That's not a
but no. Yeah, but because he and also what we tried to do last game and we try to do this game, always we try to do is to occupy space and interchange space. That's how we think that's the method, okay? Fagioli isn't understanding where to go, like the positioning of moving where there is space. He's just hugging the right flank like he's a wing back. Bro, when Weah goes out, you go inside, and when the ball, like when we build up, we need him to he was very slow, very unaware what's going on, and that massively hurt our build up, and also our center backs. Our center backs are very poor on the ball, and it showed. And it showed massively.
The space that Sandro created behind him when he pushed up into midfield was incredibly exploited by Bologna, and I guarantee that Thiago Motta, the coach that he is, he told him, he's like, Sandro's going to push up and you're going to exploit the space in behind him because he's not going to get back in time. And I think the rain only aided them because it's so much harder to turn around in the rain.
Also,
I want to hear what Kevin had to say because Kevin was there.
Yeah, Kevin, you were there. You saw how. What I saw on the
TV, guys, let's make a check. Please raise your hand if
Sorry.
The bus starts to go.
Audio in the bus. Hold on.
Kevin, say hi to Mauricio for me.
I will, absolutely.
From the Twin Giants. And yeah, like
They took him. Someone took Misak. We lost him.
a massive mistake by Allegri is removing Locatelli and putting Yildiz. Like, bro, we need more ball control. You're removing a midfielder for an attacker. Like, we need to sustain the ball.
Locatelli wasn't controlling shit, though. He had an awful
game.
Okay, I understand that, but where was Yildiz, man? Like, we needed maybe Hans Nicolucci. Hans
would have been the proper sub because Hans it might not be like a top tier player, but his capabilities in terms of being like a box to box or like he can slot in.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need the
But Pogba was playing that controlling role though when he came in.
But
He was the
Pogba
guy going
he was
back.
clearly playing scared. He was clearly playing scared. I mean,
He was
like,
clearly-
I'm sorry. He took like 5 minutes to actually get a touch on the ball. Like, bro, you're the number 10. Like, I don't give a shit if your knees are fucking made of glass. Like, go after, Chris. Go after.
Man, that's
Go after.
okay.
I don't care. I don't
Look,
care.
okay,
Like, that's.
also
I mean, that's. I mean,
defensively, you know what?
I just
What
wish these
was
guys
that?
had half the amount of grinta that we do. Because, like, if I had half the amount of technical skill of these guys, I would be blowing them out of the water.
Bro, the other guys, Moro and Ferguson.
And you could pay me like 3,000 euros a week, and I'd be happy.
Oh man, that would be
Moro and
living
Ferguson.
life on that.
Moro and Ferguson. One is an attacking midfielder.
Pay me half of what
apparently.
Pizzo plays, and I'll.
Okay, one is the attacking midfielder, one is the DM. But three of them are like defensive midfielder. They're hounding every ball, like they're chasing two, like a pack. And we don't have any player that can break the press.
I mean,
So
Misa,
if
the
we
best way to say it is Bologna did nothing wrong today. They
No,
made
they
zero
were perfect.
mistakes.
Yeah.
They perfectly time wasted. All right, that was like
Yep.
it was Wojciech Chesney levels of time wasting. Because I don't know
It's
if you guys
Skorupski.
acknowledge.
He's Polish too.
Yeah,
He knows how to
he's
do it.
fantastic at that. He's wonderful at that.
Woj is a genius of time wasting. And Skorupski probably learned it from him on the national team.
The thing with me is
shout
that
out to the
I'm mostly
Bulldogs.
mad. I'm mostly not very mad. Like it happens because okay, now a good coach exploited your weaknesses. Now you have to work on it. Oh, like you see on Twitter, everybody is shitting on the team and everything. No, man, no. Okay, this was like what we try to do. They actually try to counter it properly. Okay, so we have to study if something situation like this happens. What our other plan? Okay.
So-
I don't get this drastic shitstorm that I'm seeing. Okay, I understand. Some passes weren't correct, but the opposition played the perfect counter play to us. Like it's not that our build-up failed, because if you saw, sometimes we were moving the ball fast, and the end product wasn't getting there. Like especially in the second half. But there is an idea how to do it. There is an idea. You just have to work more on it now. That's my take.
Hey Kevin, say hi to any of the JOFC North America members that are on the bus with you from Tal from Empire State, and give Mauricio a big hug for me.
I definitely will. Weston's here, and we bumped into Mike earlier. Also,
Mike, and
so
I think Tim is also on that bus. I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, Tim is from the Westchester Club.
Nice.
Yeah.
Catch you guys later.
See ya, Kevin.
So I want to and acknowledge two positives from today. Two positives. One, Dash finally redid his background. All the driving me absolutely insane. You look like a Bangladeshi restaurant.
It is. What is the problem, Carl? You cannot come at me like
The
that.
problem was you had Christmas lights everywhere.
It
Okay?
is because I am the gift that keeps on giving.
I was thinking
Uh-huh.
like he had like
Yeah, Santa
porn
Claus.
star window lights.
And then the second positive is that last season this would have been a loss. This would have been a 2-0 loss. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
This would have been a 2-0 loss. I think that, look, we knew it was going to be a hard climb back. Okay. And to me, this was like a positive in terms of we're showing small incremental growth.
Exactly. That's my point.
It's not what we want. It's not what we want. I know if we want to blow out every team's back 7-0 every day, every game, without fail. And you know what I mean? I also don't blame this one on Max. I think the only mistake Max made was starting Fagioli.
Oh yeah.
And
But at the same time,
I put this one on, like, the biggest mistakes that were made today were Fagioli and Loca. Loca was terrible today.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
he
Loca's
wasn't,
supposed to be the guy that's, knocking people down, and along with Rabiot, and Loca got muscled. I mean, the amount of times I heard Dash say today on the like watch along that, like, oh, Loca got muscled off the ball. Oh, Loca lost it. to this guy, and it's like
Bro, Rabiot too.
you're getting
Like,
muscled
Rabiot too
out
was
by
getting
fucking
muscled out.
19-year-olds. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Put an elbow in their ribs and like let's keep it going.
You know,
Also, Rabiot was getting muscled out, and also Bremer, like the whole defense. Have you seen how many in the first half, especially? How many balls in the air did we win, guys? How many balls did we win? Xerxes was
None.
just like just getting every ball and they're passing through it. How can you win games
Dash
if
even said it at
individuals
one
don't do
point.
their job?
Dash even said it at one point. It was like all of the balls that were getting played out of the midfield forward, all of our attackers and players that were running forward thought they were going a lot further than they were, and they were not stopping short. And I think a lot of our players were really scared of the wet pitch. I think it was like they were scared to blow their knees out. And like honestly, yeah. And I want to touch on something.
Honestly, what?
Honestly, yeah. Like I mean, they shouldn't
be. They shouldn't be. You don't.
They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be.
I will go, guys.
No, fucking at halftime, switch your boots out for boots that are going to be better on the pitch, and fucking run after it. Get after it. Like,
all right, I thought you were going in the other direction of that. I was going to have to say.
No, fuck that, dude. Are you kidding me? Like, fucking get after it. What team are we? Are we fucking Ascoli or are we Juve?
But this is the thing. I actually don't give a shit that he started Fagioli.
No, Fagioli wasn't ready, dude. You could see it.
He nearly conceded that second one.
He was great in small pockets of dribbling. Like I like to acknowledge the positives with the negatives. I don't want to just be like objectively shitting on anybody because it's never fully black or white. You know what I mean? There's always a little bit of gray area in every situation. But you can't just like. You gotta let somebody come back slowly. You know what I mean? Like he's still coming off of a major surgery to his clavicle. Like,
okay, so let me say it differently. Then I think Fagioli for me is a secondary thing. Coors Light.
It's better than Bud Light.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Listen. Are you gonna scoff at $25 for a 30 rack?
No.
I just work here.
Yeah, like let's come on.
But I mean, like I'm Canadian. I'm Canadian, so any of your prices are better than mine.
Touche.
Good. Yeah. Well, I mean, get rid of Trudeau, and you won't have that problem.
Allegri, for me, Allegri's biggest issue is he has trouble motivating the team in games that should be like a non-issue. And I think it's just the first game of the season, that's one thing. But now we won, okay, and I think we just were a little lax. So, like, that goes to saying we weren't making our headers. I found that towards the end of the game, we resorted to a lot more just long balling it. Firstly, I'll admit that I missed the first 40 minutes of the game. I finished work a little late, so I got back for basically the second half. And one thing that burnt my soul is at the 60th minute, Cambiasso goes into the corner, loses the ball. He's chasing back. The ball was there to be won, and Chiesa.
He just walks.
He just watches, does nothing. And as the player makes it through, Cambiasso sticks his hands out, and I'm hoping he's saying like, "What the fuck?" So,
I mean, there was a couple of those moments. I mean, you saw Danilo yelling at Loca to get forward, and he's like, "Dude, you need to be over there so I can pass to you." And the second that kind of shit starts to happen, you start to get that quicksand.
But here's where things start. First off, if Danilo says anything to anybody, that's it. There's no talking back. So there's a leadership issue, and it's not Bonucci. There's 100% a leadership issue.
Bonucci's not a leader. Bonucci's a guy that yells.
No, I'm just saying he's not the one to blame. Now that he's
no. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm on the same page, but like, I don't think Bonucci was ever really a leader. Like,
no, but I think last year people kind of
blamed him. We're Juve. We can't do that shit. It's like, yeah, but actually motivate the guys. Like, that's not fucking working.
No, I think the one thing that really irritated me that I saw, especially in the first half, was Locatelli was shackling Weah. Like, if you guys were watching it, every time Weah got the ball, Loca's like running right up to him and going like this. And I'm like, no, let him play in space. It's rain. All you need Weah to do is plop it into some space, and I'm pretty sure a Bologna player is going to slip and fall.
Also,
like,
Weah misplaced how many crosses today? Exactly this many. So
0?
yeah.
Like, there's so many of those crosses where I'm like, Jesus Christ, guys, get something on it. Just put something on it at that point. Like, I think, to be honest with you, like, the second, I don't know who or what decided it, but the second, like, they told Locatelli, get off of Weah's ass, like, Weah was actually able to be productive in this game. Because that was the one thing that was really irritating me. Because it's like,
Cooked in that second half.
The second half, he had a great half. That's
yeah.
what I watched.
Because, like, the first half, guys, every time you watch Loca would run up to Weah when Weah would receive possession, and then Loca would be like, here, pass me the ball. And then Loca would do something stupid. I don't even know what he was doing with it. And then it's like, again, my issues was, and that's the biggest issues of this game, was Locatelli and Weah, or not Weah, Locatelli and Fagioli holding the ball, taking 10 to 15 seconds to scan the field, and then what do I do? Like I said it in the second half.
So-
Sometimes you got to chuck it. When you're at the edge of the box, chuck it. Let your boys make a play.
So you know how we brought in Maglianelli, however you pronounce it.
Yeah, like
to
IFTV
kinda-
was making a meme about him saying,
to
"Oh my
kinda-
God, this guy."
Well,
Go
I
ahead.
mean, look, I don't, all credit to IFTV and everything they've done to kind of promote Serie A and all that. I don't get behind any. It's hard for me to support the just blanket Serie A channels because it's very sexy to be anti-Juventino and anti-Juve, and so like we're all keeping receipts once we're back on top, and they're like, yeah, Juve's unstoppable, blah 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 blah. Yeah, no, we know, we remember. But that being said, we need to bring in somebody also for decision making. I think that Max's capabilities are bringing balance to a squad and kind of evening out where you're missing it, where there are holes, and also this whole Sandro as a starter. Like, I'm sorry, but he's not that.
I would be curious to hear the logic about why he's starting over Gatti.
I think it has to do with playing like, we have Danilo as our captain, right? And Danilo's best position is unarguably right center back, right? And as much as, everybody's, Frankie and other people are very pro, like throwing Gatti in the midfield or whatever, Gatti's best position is also right center back. And the issue is that we have an overload of talent at right center back and no left-footed center backs. And it's kind of saying like, okay, we're going to take our captain and play our captain out of position. And I think that's kind of where it's coming from. But it's it's blatantly obvious that Sandro does not have it.
No, he's a great sub, but nothing more.
He slide tackled into Bremer, which forced the first goal.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell happened?
And that was exactly, I think I even mentioned it while you were live. I was like, dude, Sandro they're exploiting the space that Sandro's creating, and that was Sandro tracking back from the midfield is why he slid it to Bremer.
I'm gonna add Gompachiro Kun real quick.
What's up, guys?
Oh,
That's a nice background, Colin. I like it with the Juve shade.
yo, it's a real fucking logo.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, real one.
There you go, exactly.
Oh, this one's upside down.
It's like, oh, hey, yeah,
We got our new pin for this season, though, is fucking fired. Look at this thing.
It's actually really nice. I was gonna say, yeah, I'd stand up and show my UV stuff, but I got no pants on. I'm kidding. I have pants on. All right, Compachiro, go ahead. Lay it in. What's your thoughts? Anytime now, buddy.
Riveting
Yeah.
take.
I'm not too depressed about it, actually. Like I said in my comment, like, how can they fucking dampen my mood for the whole day and productivity? But I won't let it stop me. But, like, I don't know. I just don't get the offside, man. Can you explain it, Rabiot? Because he still saved it. He just fucked up the save. So what's obstructed? You made the save and you just stink.
So I did some digging while I took like my breather for a minute. Turns out the same thing happened for a Man City game today, and they counted that goal.
It's only an offside if it's Juve. I'm sorry. The rules only apply to us. That's it.
I'll agree with that.
Rules for but not for me. Okay.
It was offside, but other teams would have had that goal allowed.
If this is Inter, that's a goal. If
Yes,
this is Milan, that's a goal. I mean, didn't just lay out like earlier today, like have like got a penalty for some absolute bullshit.
I didn't watch.
I don't watch any other
unbelievable.
Serie A. I don't give any other like what is it called? A broadcast time or whatever the proper terminology is to any other Serie A teams but us.
You know go ahead, buddy.
No, I mean like the term is you don't give a damn about the enemies, which is correct.
I don't. I'll watch. Yeah. I'll watch. You know what I mean? Anything. I'll watch Premier League before I'll watch Milan.
So I kind of got this clip from Rav on Twitter. So what do you guys think about this one? So it's a bottom corner shot by Timmy W, but it looks like absolutely smokes the hand of the Bologna defender, which I'm a little bit surprised on. Oh, I haven't even shared it with you.
No, you haven't. We're all trying to figure out what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about, and that was 100 a fucking penalty.
This one right here. Exhibit A.
Yeah. I even said it in the chat, bro. Yeah. Inter gets a penalty for that. Every other Serie A team gets a penalty for that.
Like that is wild.
But I think there was something like that last year where it's like I heard the commentator saying because he's going to stop he's going to stop himself from like slamming on the ground.
That's an outstretched arm, man.
That's unnatural position.
Yeah, it's still unnatural.
It's still unnatural position.
But like I heard like the reason was for last year at least, it was a similar incident. It's to stop his
It would be support. I would support that argument, Compachito, if his arm was already on the ground before the ball hit it. If his arm was already touching the ground, he has 3 points of contact with the ground, and then the ball hits his arm, I'm saying not a penalty.
Yeah, because the way
this is a handball.
This is 100%. Just the way that he's falling too, because it's like.
Also, like his arm is out like this, right?
Yeah.
If his arm was straight down to actually catch himself with the heel of his palm, then I'm going to say, you're trying to do that. But he's stopping it with his hands. We're talking about fucking Maradona levels
for
of
sure. Yeah.
Because the thing is like, for example, if you're going down for the tackle, his arm, like, for example, as he's sliding, his arm goes straight down, not at an angle. Because, like, if you're trying to brace yourself, your arm goes down. If you're following my mouse, it goes right here normally.
Yeah. Okay, but you're falling on a grass field. I don't want to hear this brace yourself.
Yeah, I know, right? And how bad could it hurt too? But like,
I know.
That's just what I've heard and it made kind of sense to me like last year when it was explained, but this one is outstretched for sure.
Like I said, dude, he stretches it out even further right here. Like, what the fuck are we even talking about? And the fact that it wasn't even reviewed.
It should have been reviewed, and that's impact though. So it's gonna bounce back at that speed.
The other thing that I'll say is that I don't know exactly how the rules are structured, but I think a lot of it has to do with the ball changing direction also. So like, let's say it hits my hand and the ball keeps going in the same direction. It's arguable not a handball.
That's a good 3 feet past his body, though. That should have been like almost. And look where the ref is too. He's on the handball side. And referee
right there.
Yeah. I mean, is this ref the one on the field? Is that DiBello, or is DiBello the one in the VAR room?
No, DiBello was the main ref. I'm pretty sure that was him.
Yeah.
And he likes Inter, or is that somebody else that I'm mistaken?
Every ref in Serie A is an Inter fan.
No, I think what?
Actually,
there's a guy who's
called
he's pretty fair. Aside from that, they'll stink.
No, the best was Colina, and that was it.
I know, but like now, just be realistic. Who's the only good one? It's Keefe. The other one's
curious.
Like.
Are they trying to use the logic that like it touched his feet, but it doesn't look like it did?
Even if it did, it
doesn't matter.
I know, but I'm just
telling you, if this happens to us, this is a penalty for Bologna. all
Are you
day,
guys-
every day.
Are you guys worried about the chase for the title now? Because the last time we won the title, we didn't draw in the first few games. I don't think. Like in
Well, I
the
mean,
Saudi season,
I
it was
mean,
all wins for
Who
like.
knows? Who
it's the
knows at
second
this
game.
point?
It can't be.
It's the
I mean, I'm
second
not.
game.
I'm,
Like
like we got at least. I say you start wondering where we go around 6th or 7th game, because then at least you see like a core there.
yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, like let's revisit that conversation in like December.
That's what I mean.
I would say November, December is where you really start thinning it out. Because like right now, what is it? Everyone thought Brighton was like the greatest team in the Premier League, and then they lost 3-1 to West Ham.
No,
which
but
was
the starts
freaking
that we
hysterical.
did for the last two seasons were ass, though. That's why
Listen,
I'm worried about the starting.
We came back from -11 to win a Scudetto, so like, don't at me.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I mean?
technically, it's the same start as last season. We won the first game. We tied the second game. So then we had the infamous Monza game. So we'll see how it goes because we're playing Empoli next week. So we'll see how that goes.
And Empoli just lost to Monza, correct?
Yes, 2-0.
So
Just watch. I bet you we show up to that flat-footed.
listen, we don't have to worry about Di Maria picking up red cards against lower tier teams anymore. So
Yeah, I do like. For example, I understand people being pissed off, but I think people need to roll back the bamboozled.
I'm not. Like I said,
No,
I'm seeing a positive in this, and that this was a 2-0 loss last year.
Yeah, because it's like and it's like I love Farhad, but like he posted it on Twitter for Turn Giants. He's like, guys, we've been absolutely bamboozled. I'm like, hold on a minute.
I do think things are on the rise and up, but
I do, yeah.
I do think that there's a bit of a leadership issue, and there's got to be one voice.
It's not going to happen overnight. We're not going to like completely be back overnight like we want to be. It's shitty, but it's true.
Yeah, you grow into it. It
did happen in 2012, I believe.
So yeah.
Do you think that?
Yeah, but like that's an anomaly. Like you cannot like I want to be right there with you, Colin, but like it's a fucking anomaly. Like you cannot like that season is like, come on. Like we won a Scudetto undefeated with Vucinic and Matri as our strikers. Like, come on.
So I've got this for you guys. Oops. So take a peek at this right here. So it's almost like Sandro and Bremer practically tackle each other here. You ever see the anime stuff where they just absolutely like?
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like,
I thought. See, to be honest with you, I thought originally that Sandro is the one that passes it back, but
Captain Tsubasa shit right here.
Yeah, but Xerxes is able to actually get that through.
I remember
this.
And
I also think if you watch this, it's Sandro that knocks into Bremer, and then ever since that moment, like right after that, Bremer almost goes off. Like that's when Rugani starts warming up. Right after that,
there was something like this in 2021. Like it was against Udine or Porto that two of our guys tackled each other and it led to a goal. I think it was even Sandro that time too.
Yeah, no, I was going to say. I was going to say that was probably Sandro also.
Yeah.
That was like guilty.
No, I distinctly remember he shit the bed in the Porto game.
Yeah, right. Like he tackled his teammate and. McKinney too.
We know where Sandro's loyalties lie.
Yeah, Misak saying we also drew a lot of games back to back in Conte's first year.
Listen,
okay,
guys, still undefeated this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, can Roma say that?
Taking points is the biggest thing.
Look, like at this point, the way we play today, I'm happy with 1 point.
Yeah, same. That's why.
It was not great. I really put this one more on the players than I do on Max. Decision making was not there.
But for the next time, I think it's already time to bench Sandro and then just start a back three of Gatti, Bremer, Danilo.
I mean, at this point, look, let's look at like where was Chiellini at Gatti's age? Where was Barzali at Gotti's age.
in Wolfsburg or
Not
Palermo.
even.
No,
I think we
not
still have
even.
Palermo at that point.
Yeah.
I think that Gatti, if you start saying, "All right, Gattone, just practice with your left foot," like you're a left footer now, like you're a pro, you should be 2-footed, Vlahovic.
Hey, in his defense,
in the box,
that
he
was
can
a
make it with the
right-footed
right.
volley. I literally was like sitting there. I'm like, he scored. I'm like, I watched the replay and I was like,
Milik on that throw-in, like, dude, it's right in front of you. Push the guy a little bit, and
like
you're
this, he's like this,
scoring.
It's like this, literally.
Like,
did
you're
you-
not on
Dude forgot to
defense,
charge
my
his
guy.
controller.
He can't coexist with Vlahovic.
No. Unless he's dropping deeper and playing more of that like number 10, like connecting the midfield and the attack kind of role, which he did a lot last season.
He's a wish version of Vlahovic, the same fucking type of player. No? Am I wrong?
No, it's funny. I think it's true.
But do you guys think, like, with the issue with Tim Weah, as you were talking about earlier, do you
I
think
think
Gatti will
Locatelli-
make the
I think-
issue worse, or
I think Locatelli hurt him, and that's it. I think Locatelli really affected him. Once he didn't have to look for Loca, and when Weah was actually able to play Weah's game. To be honest with you, I don't know how Skorupski makes that save, but I was hoping Weah hit that banger bottom corner.
Guys,
like that.
I got to run. I got guests coming over from out of town, and I got to make sure that I move some cars around so they can park. That being said, Forza Juve, everyone in the chat, if you're not signed up to your local JOFC, you're fucking up. Sign up to your local JOFC. And yeah, Forza Juve. See you guys later.
John.
all right,
That's all. All right, do you guys got any final thoughts? We'll kind of cut this one short. Don't want to beat a dead horse.
Quick question: is Mo Salah gonna go, and then will Liverpool steal Chiesa from us, or not?
No.
Do we just have to wait?
I doubt it. I
Would
doubt
you-
that moves.
What'd you think of Illing?
Me?
Yeah.
To give to Liverpool?
No. It's in the game.
I thought he was fine. I mean, again, this to me fully cements that Kostic is done.
Yeah.
Like this, absolutely,
agreed.
100%. I mean, Kostic is, sayonara, buddy. I thought he was good. The thing is like, he's raw, and I understand it. Like, there's some instances, but again, I'm not expecting him to come in and be a whiz like Cambiaso. Like, Cambiaso, I think, has miles of experience over Illing as far as decision making, inverted play. I'm not saying that Illing is bad. I still think Illing needs to work on some football IQ per se. But, like, for example, give him time in the world, he'll pinpoint a cross, and which he did to Dusan. Like, for example, I thought his corner kicks, not the greatest, but overall open play, I thought he was good. A little bit risky, but again, you track back to try to stop that pass that, in my opinion, Perrine shouldn't have spilled that ball in the direction that he did.
Yeah, definitely.
We dodged the bullet there, but there's good things with him. I think, again, Cambiaso's your 1A, Illing's your 2 option, but I think Illing can be a 1B for Cambiaso quite shortly.
For me, I like for that sub, my favorite part of it is the change of tempo. I think he presses. He's so much hungry. He just wants to eat. And the opposing team almost has to make their subs around that if you're weak on that side. So if that side's, if Cambiaso's already beaten that side up a little bit, to have him come in and then do it for 20 minutes, but a lot faster, I think that's one thing I really like. I do agree with some of his downfalls, but that's where I can at least argue, he's a kid and there's room for growth. But his attitude, I'm down with his attitude. He's hungry. Yeah,
and the thing is, and that's the same thing I saw from McKennie on the right. You guys saw that one play. He literally takes it coast to coast, keeps it in at the touchline, still drags it, and is trying to look for something. I think, again, for me, you need two factors to be an effective wingback or to be a damn good wingback: engine, pass accuracy. That's it. Predominantly the engine part. If you got the engine, you're going somewhere, young buck. And again, Illing's got it. He's got good accuracy as well. To be honest with you, Pogba played him a damn good lunge. because he lunged and poked that ball in front for Illing to pinpoint that cross on Duson's forehead. So again, though, Illing, you put him in space. That's the thing. We have great wingbacks, which is something we haven't been able to say for a very long time. Because like Cambiaso and Way are awesome, and then like for example, Illing and McKennie to change pace, awesome again. Like I don't care about what anyone's saying about the negative rhetoric towards McKennie, like blah blah blah. As a right wing back, I think McKennie is actually pretty freaking solid.
So do you think he'll make a full-time transition to that? Do you think? Do you think? A, do you think will he? B, do you think can he?
I think the formation is a big question. Like, if Max will leave next year, are we still 3-5-2? Will Max change from 3-5-2 in the middle of the year if the situation calls for it? So do we need a wing back or McKennie to convert to that like consistently? I don't know, but I'd love to see it.
No,
because he's great.
The new game is wrapped around wing backs. There's no way, and not to mention, regardless of where Allegri goes, Giuntoli's still here. So he's going to stick. He's not going to, if he's going to be the money manager he's supposed to be, he's not going to do what he's done so far just to do a revamp a year later. I think then he's screwing us all over again, a la Paratici. So that, I don't think, I think the 3-5-2 is to stay for at least this year. And if there is any type of change, it's almost definitely going to have wing backs involved.
Yeah, well, and the thing too, the reason why I think McKennie's going to keep it, same thing with Weah as well. So with Greg Berhalter, the United States national team, so McKennie and Weah both essentially live off that right side. McKennie's a right center mid, Weah's a right winger. So those two interchange and interject. So like for example, when the United States ran riot on Mexico in Vegas for the semifinal for the Nations League, which is weird because they always play their best players for the Nations League instead of the actual Gold Cup. But McKennie and Weah absolutely they interchanged. There'd be times where McKennie would be the right winger, Weah would be the right mid. There'd be times where Weah goes back up, McKennie goes back down. Both of them, because the thing is early in McKennie's career and also when McKennie was in the Bundesliga, McKennie actually played strictly as a right back for Schalke at sometimes. So McKennie has the actual understanding how to occupy the right side of the pitch. Is his technical ability there? No, but again,
the effort is there.
What do you need to be a right winger or not a right winger, a right wing back? Motor, decent crosses,
and he's tough.
I agree. I picked him to be the new warrior type that we had. Like it was Vidal, and then it was Mandzukic, and then we didn't have one. But then now I think if he stays, he can become the next warrior archetype in our.
But here's the thing about the guys you just mentioned. Aside from McKennie, is that Mandzukic and to a slightly lesser extent Vidal were also like locker room people too, though. Mandzukic was an aura, and McKennie just I don't think, obviously I'm not in the locker room, but I don't think McKennie's got that type of persona.
I don't
like
think
a different personality type than them for sure. But like on the field, the grinta of McKennie can be like, it reminds me of that, and hopefully it can be like that.
I see McKennie doing it for the U.S. men's national team. I don't see him being that aura for Juve because he's still, I think in his eyes, he's still like the new kid on the block or the young kid on the block. So like, I think, because like the thing is like he should, I'm not disagreeing with you, Colin, saying that, McKennie can't be a captain or anything like that. Because like, for example, for the men's national team, McKennie is that guy. Like he is the guy that pulls everyone around. Like for example, he does it with Juve players too, but if someone does a dirty challenge, McKennie's in your face. Like every single time, like for example, the dude squared up with half the Mexico roster and got himself sent off because someone slide tackled Weah from behind. So like McKennie's that guy. I think he needs to be a little bit more confident in himself to express it at Juve. Because like there's, last week you saw it where McKennie came in and I think it was Loca got tackled by someone from Udinese, and McKennie like comes across the field and gets in that dude's face. Like McKennie's that guy. I think he just needs to express himself more at Juve. And because the thing is like he's there and he's like, Chiesa's the guy, Danilo, Sandro, and like I think he's kind of like hesitant because like even in the All or Nothing, he's like a really, really shy guy. Like, for example, if you watched All or Nothing when he came to Juve, he was really timid and it just kind of out of his water. I just want him to grow into it more. And I think that's also going to help his performances as well.
Yeah. Like becoming real Juventino, like having an affinity for the club and like what they are,
Because like if
because he feels
McKennie,
like an outsider, maybe still like
yeah,
with the culture and everything, but like also with the you're right, Josh. He needs to learn to uh be more expressive because have you seen, I don't know if you guys have seen him like give a pregame speech. It was very mellow and anticlimactic. It doesn't pump up the US national team at all, but it's pretty funny when he gave his pregame speech. But surely he will improve once he plays more games and gains the respect.
look, my thing. Go ahead, Colin.
No, you go first.
Because like I think the main thing is like I know you mentioned Mandzukic, and Mandzukic for the love of the club switched from a striker to a left winger in a sense.
Fucking hero.
So yeah, so like the thing is like if McKennie, and I think McKennie can do it, but if McKennie's willing to do that for Juve, where he's like, look, I'm gonna try to be the best damn right wing back I can be for the club, then you can start throwing that warrior archetype for him because that's kind of like what Mandzukic did. Because like Higuain comes in and it's like Mandzukic is kind of like, okay, I want to still play, but I don't want to sit there and be a 1B to Higuain. So again, he adjusted his game, became
And he
essentially
still got his a lot.
still got his thing. And I think
Sorry.
that's go ahead.
I was just gonna say we never needed Higuain, but go ahead.
I don't think we did. I think it was just more so of Juve flexing on Napoli at the time. But they had the Pogba money. They didn't know what to do with it, so they bought Higuain because they're dumb. That's the funny thing is like everybody's kind of like touting Beppe Marotta as like the most amazing GM of all time and blah blah blah. We realize we wasted almost 100 million on Higuain, and he only ended up staying for like 3 years. Like think about it.
Yeah, 3 years.
And
Only.
we pushed him out.
What's up?
And we pushed him out.
Yeah, and we pushed him out. So it's like we spent 96 to about 98 million because that was right after we sold Pogba in 2016. Instead of like properly buying like actual midfield pieces at the time and other players, he dumped it all in. And that's my thing. Like, everyone can say what they want about Beppe Marotta, but I still think Beppe Marotta, like towards the tail end, took some really ugly L's as well as a GM. Misak is back. Misak, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here. I was at work, by the way. I just came home now. Yeah. I forgot what were you guys talking about.
Whatever you want to talk about.
Just doing the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hearing, Beppe Marotta. Yeah, Beppe Marotta is a fraud. Lately, he's a fraud. He is building something that's gonna blow in his face in any moment if he continues with his current strategy. Honestly, like he is having hits right now. Like his bets are on hits. Without resale value, okay? So they're giving that effect. If they somehow flunk, Inter gets destroyed immediately because all the prized assets are like 3 players. The other are all over 30. So their situation is very risky, honestly. Maybe they'll win the Scudetto this year. They are a favorite, but like if they don't, or it's magically they're not in top 4, destruction time easily. Anyway, let's go back to our game. Like I'm seeing right now that a lot of other fans from other clubs are already complaining that we have bought the refs after this game just because of that Ealing foul, without disregard about the handball that happened, with disregard to the Chiesa foul in the box where he was shoved and punched, but nothing happened, and also the offside goal, which for me it can be counted offside because the rule is shit, but that's the rule in Serie A. But the penalty, we had the penalty not called even. Anyway, yeah, and the game itself, like I'm seeing people like very like I don't get it. People with platforms saying stuff that they don't like. They like I guess people with in that area of the field should understand tactics and formation, but they don't. So they're spewing bullshit to people without understanding what's going on, just because how they feel and the biases. Like for example, I like Carlo Garganese, for example. He's a very good journalist and stuff, and a very funny guy. But like his post, like, do you watch? Are you watching? Are you understand? Are you comprehending what happened? Or you just, because he's very anti Allegri out style. Are you comprehending what's happening, or they're just trying to write bullshit for clicks, man? Like that's the thing. A lot of people are like that. Like a lot of people already gave up. It's the second game and we drew. We drew, okay? We didn't lose.
You know, it's interesting that you say that because so last week we were talking about this kind of stuff too, where people were complaining about certain aspects of the play, and Dave and I called out a take, and then someone actually commented on our video saying, "Oh, you should get along with all the other Juve people and blah blah blah." And this is where I kind of look at it, where it's like, this is where I kind of draw the line. It's like, guys, we're calling out opinions. Like we're saying, hey, this doesn't make sense. Why would you say something like that? Like I'm really getting irritated where it's like we need to look at, like, for example, if I were to sit out here and call out Paramount Plus or CBS, or like, for example, right now I'll do it because they did an entire segment on the Illing foul without even
Yeah.
looking at the handball thing, and I'm looking at it, and this is where, for example, and this is where I've had, and I've said it on the thing, I've had frustrations with Marco and his lax calling when it comes to stuff like this. And it's like, again,
For Juve, yeah.
yeah, and it's like he's there and he's like, again, I don't know what they tell him, what he can say and what he can't say. But like for me, it's like I look at it and it's like, you're not gonna at least say, hey, well, that handball was a little bit suspect. But and then it's like, and the thing is like, I understand as Juve content creators, we all do get along, but there is a thing where it's like we also have to hold each other accountable for stuff too. So
I feel
it's
like
like,
Marco should have stood up, could be standing up for Juve. Is that it?
I'm
Like,
saying yes.
Marco's a flake. Marco's a flake.
No, he's a more like Italian football guy. Like he's a fan of
Yeah.
football shit. Like he wants
That's
all
a
the teams to succeed. Not
but
the
like,
Juve fan.
in
Not the
time,
Juve
if they're
fan.
telling him, like, as you're thinking what to say, if they're telling him what to say, I won't be mad at that, because like,
yeah, like if
bags,
I don't
CBS
think
is
they
like,
do
you
that.
can't, like, here's your
Yeah.
lines and blah blah blah, but like if
Only thing
you're
you can say, you cannot say, is to not curse. That's the only thing you cannot say, like, because it's not the TVMA like us. It's a PG.
because like, look, and the thing is like they got Christina Unkel, who is like a referee's masterclass for Paramount or whatever,
He's a
and they
shit
spent
referee,
3 minutes talking about the Illing foul without any
Yeah.
kind of like, hey, let's look at this handball here. Like, to be honest with you, I don't understand how people on Twitter can catch the handball, but yet again, a multi-million-dollar platform like CBS completely miss it and not talk about it at all.
It's
Us
because they're,
getting a
aren't they
penalty is more
Interisti?
clicks.
Go ahead,
Us
Nisa.
getting look easy. It's us getting a call in favor for us generates more clicks and more interactions. No, because everybody's gonna comment like we are cheaters. Meanwhile, we got like our goal got cancelled, and now we didn't get two penalties. But again, and the assessment. Now you're gonna see the assessment. Juve is back to its old way. No, bro. No, we were back to our own ways. We dominated the possession of the whole game because we tried to play. We really tried, but they were good. Like sometimes it's gonna be like that. It's not like remember Empoli, that game, 4-1 we finished. We lost.
Yeah.
Remember last year, 4-1, or Sassuolo, or 1-0, or Napoli game, we were good. But there's a lot of games. Monza, to do the home and away Monza. Okay, it's not like that. Bologna were playing great, and we were trying to play our game, and they counterplayed us.
Better.
So we just have to learn what to do. Because, for example, if you notice, how many people were on Chiesa alone? Like they were like 2 people on Chiesa and 2 people on Cambiasso. The right side is kind of empty, but we weren't able to switch fields properly. A lot of problems there. Plus, Alexandro, if he was a ball playing center back, he would have went in and tried to dribble and went more inside, to create more havoc, more pressure. Okay, we don't have that because Sandro is not good. Or Danilo tried to do it and he did it successfully on the right when he started using the right side. And Weah was good this game. He was very lively. That's great. But we shouldn't invert Weah because difference is between a wing back that knows how to invert and forcing somebody that inverts is the positioning. Like how aware are they to go back and protect the back when they sense it, okay, when they feel it. Weah doesn't know. Weah is learning how to play a wing back, a natural wing back still. The guy is a winger, learning it. Cambiasso does it naturally. So a lot of issues we have that we have to focus on. But mostly it's personnel, honestly. It's personnel, and also we can't afford to change the personnel. So we just have to suffer with it. That's the thing. Like if you wanna progress, You just have to, in my opinion, the correct way to go from this is to play remove Bremer. That's my Bremer. Okay, everybody's gonna shit their bricks, but remove Bremer, put Danilo in the middle, or Gatti in the middle, or Danilo because we need Danilo because he can play on both sides. But put Gatti on the right and put Hussein on the left. Okay, this kid Hussein is extremely well on the ball. Like I have watched him a lot. I have watched him for 2 years now. This kid is special on the ball, especially on the ball. That's the profile we need. Okay, and that's how we solve. That's easily how we solve our first build-up phase. That's what we should try to focus on. Let's see, because he is trusting Yildiz, which is good. Like he's also 18, so he will trust Hussein in time. I hope we get there soon. Okay, if we get there, then everything is going to be smoother. Just you will see with that. Also, Pogba, by the way, he wasn't that good, but with one pass, he made that hockey assist. One pass, just as that. Like there is levels to the game, guys, and he is sadly on another level. Sadly, because we can't trust him enough with minutes. Like.
You cannot.
Yeah.
Was I there when you talked about Fagioli and Locatelli in the sack, or did you not talk about them at all yet?
Yeah, I talked about it. Like Locatelli, the thing was, you know how we build up, and I saw some people like Khaled, for example, who's also Lebanese, complaining that we cannot play what we should play four at the back. You idiot! We already play with a four at the back. When we build up, our build up phase is a 4-2. We use our goalkeeper as an auxiliary center back. Basically, he has to touch the ball a lot, and we use a 4 because either Weah drops to the right and then pushes the line to the left, or Cambiaso goes down and pushes the line to the right. Weah goes up or Cambiaso goes up, and like we have 4 center backs at the back and 2 in the pivot. Okay, it's gonna be the 2 pivots are Locatelli and X. X means Rabiot or Fagioli, depending on where the ball is or what angle it is. What was happening, the major problem was Locatelli was not in the correct space where he should receive the ball. Consistently, he was, if you saw, Danilo was getting angry at him a lot because they were passing between each other, the center backs, and he's not going into the position necessary to start the build-up. You can't have that. You can't have your most important player in the build-up walking around. It's insane. Same as Fagioli. The thing with Miretti, everybody was complaining about Miretti. No, Miretti played a fantastic game last time. Yeah, his end product is kind of non-existent, but build-up phase 1, 2, and 3, excellent. 4, failure. 4 is like how to finish the game and finish the shots. That's not happening. Okay, so we're just 1, 2, and 3. He has understand when to drop deep and when to run and how to create overloads. We didn't see that with Fagioli. We didn't see anything from Fagioli. Okay, people blaming Allegri. I blame Allegri just because he chose Fagioli, but at the same time, Fagioli was our starter. That's why he played, because regularly he's a starter. Now, after this game, I hope he plays Miretti next time, or Pogba if he is fit, because we need that. We need that intelligence to understand where to move with space, because that's how we play. Or we go to the same way of playing, go to the flanks, go wide, and cross it in, and see where it goes. Which one do you guys prefer?
The first one.
I'd put Miretti in, and like I think if you start him the next game and the following game, he could maybe get his first goal, which he didn't get last year, and will make him better and more confident. So yeah, I agree. Miretti should start.
Yeah, but he was good. Honestly, he was good. But the thing is, he was okay. Like he was trying. The guy was really trying, but he doesn't have any acceleration, man. Until he gets to the top speed that's necessary to beat his man, it takes a while. It takes like a couple of steps.
Yeah, he's a bit of a train.
Yeah, he's like a train. Like he has to warm up a bit before he starts running. So we need a wing back that can accelerate fast like Weah does. That's also one thing.
No, but like if it's a super sub, like you sub in McKennie for Tim, you sub in Sam for Cambiaso, you'll have Ealing Jr. doing all the running, and then McKennie he doesn't have to like run as fast as
My
Ealing
idea is
can like
my
cover.
idea is I'm very much thinking like either we use Ealing and Cambiaso on the right, and then put Weah there as the speedster at the end of the game. Okay, that's another way. Well, that means we will keep Kostic. Which apparently Nico Skira just said that Kostic will be sold because he hasn't played in 2 games, which is really significant. I thought this game Kostic will play. Seems like he won't play. So we will I feel like we're gonna sell Kostic and bring wing back, and then loan out either Hans Nicolucci or
Miretti.
Let's see.
I think that's why
Yeah, but
Miretti didn't play.
yeah, I
Is there
think so.
a
I think
amount,
Miretti will go
Isak, or no amount yet for
for
Kostic?
for Kostic.
15.
15?
No, 20. We're
20
asking
good?
for 20.
That's good.
We're asking for 20. That's good. 20 is good. It's a
No,
great
it's
profit
good.
for us because we got him on 13 million, by the way. Everybody's
Yeah.
forget we got 13 plus 3 million bonuses. No bonuses he hit because we didn't win anything. But yeah, 13 million. So his amortized cost is like 10. So we make a 10 million profit on top if we sell him for 20 million. But we want to sell him. Let's see. I think the message is clear how it's good that and Ealing, that's the greatest thing we have with Ealing is that when he sees where he's gonna cross, it goes there. Like on the head, on the spot. Like a marksman, not like Kostic. Believe me, if it was Kostic, it wasn't gonna go to Vlahovic. It was gonna go over Vlahovic in some way. But yeah, also some crosses. Sandro was man of the match, even though he was terrible, because we are overusing our left flank a lot. You know why? Because our main flanker is Federico Chiesa, that's trying to be a left winger on the left, but we have to make a way that he goes to the right too, so we can start a build up on the right. Like he has to move the both sections so that the opposition, because it becomes redundant. Like it's the second game and they already figured it out that Cambiaso is coming inside and Koyas is going left, and that's it. Game over for Juventus. They cannot create anything. Okay, move to the right then. Move to the right. Chiesa, move to the right.
Didn't they say last week? I think it was Dash or Dave. They said make Chiesa trequartista, so they can't follow him so much because they don't know where he'll pop up.
That's like very 10 years ago tactics. Now they don't care. They just it is depending on the style, but basically it's on the area where the attacker is. They would defend the area where his presence. Okay, so but if you switch sides, if you switch your build-up pattern and the opposition's pattern, like they have created a way to block your left side, okay, which is our strength. If it's blocked, okay, Chiesa, if he goes to the right and we pull everything to the other side, they would be more struggle because they're not prepared for that side to work, because they're all focused correctly that our left side is going to be the one that's going to hurt them. So there is a lot of I see a lot of stuff that we can work on. Like there is that we can progress on. Not like last year when I felt like it was hopeless. Last year was hopeless. I don't know what to do. Now they have an idea on what to do. Just have to work on it.
There's significantly more positives this year than there was last.
Yeah, and people in the social media should stop complaining this much, man. Just support the team. They are trying. Wallah, they're trying. You can see they're trying. They have an idea on how to play and stuff, but they just need more time. Because against astute coaches, you're gonna be facing some situation like this.
They've only been back for 6
very good.
weeks. It's going to take time to build that chemistry.
Exactly. I agree. Like I watched this team in preseason completely. Okay, they were good. They the same patterns that I saw that time. It is the same here. Difference is the opposing team and the coach prepared us to the T how to stop us. Now to work on how to make us unstoppable. Okay, that's how it goes. It's not the old doomsday, man. That's my issue right now. It's like everybody's crying like the season is over. We're not fighting for titles. And relax, man. Chill. Good time.
There's 36 weeks to go.
Exactly. And in 36 weeks, I feel like we're gonna be second. Honestly, I have that feeling that we're gonna be second, and we're gonna be playing one of the best football in Serie A. Honestly, I feel it. It's just a matter of time.
No, but
Because
it's title or bust according to Twitter.
what? What did we
I'm just
invest,
doing.
bro?
I'm just
What
saying
did
to
we
mess with
invest?
you,
Yeah, I know, I
Habibi.
know. I'm
I'm
not
just
gonna
messing with you.
kill the messenger. I'm not killing the messenger, okay? Don't worry. But like, we didn't invest shit. We just got a wing back, okay? One wing back, and we're forcing McKinney on the right because we don't have another wing back. Like look at our center backs. None of them can play possession football. None of them. Only Danilo. Okay, Danilo, but none of them can play possession football. And if modern football is possession football and none of them can play possession, what kind of situation are we on?
Yeah, then you would have to use Dean Huijsen for that. And I think
Exactly why.
I think he's ready.
Exactly why. I think he is ready. It's just a matter of time. Like maybe he's gonna make some silly mistakes because he has some kind of mistakes in him a bit. Okay.
Yeah, just
He
don't
is
volley
just
the ball with your hands like the Pip anymore.
no.
You don't need that.
Not that type of mistake. More like
Like falling down or
offside trap. That's his issue. He is not aware with the offside trap a lot. Like he gets out of position. Okay.
But here's one thing I find with guys like Huijsen coming in is that once he comes in, because of the hype, people will expect perfection.
Yeah.
And because there won't be perfection, they'll immediately tear him down. Sorry.
Yep.
And I think that's why he's going to do yield is, and I think November, December, then we'll start to see more Huijsen. I don't think we're seeing him anytime soon.
I think, but yeah, maybe against Empoli because it's a weak side. Empoli is a weak side, and this year they got even weaker. Honestly, they lost Vicario, their goalkeeper, Pargesi, their ball carrier. Like they have gotten very weak this year. So I hope Huijsen plays because not that he needs minutes, but to show it's like a chance to show Allegri like, okay, we have this guy that can help you in the first phase of build up. Okay. Also, I'm very much thinking that if Miretti and Fagioli is having issues in the build-up phase, look, Miretti not a lot. He's okay, but still sometimes his passes are off. Try Huijsen, try Hans. What Huijsen? Try Hans as a sort of a mezzala, but not really mezzala, and then Rabiot as the phase 3 guy, and then let's see what we can do. We have to figure out solutions.
But these scenarios, if you want to say try this, try that, these scenarios need to happen when we're already up. It's hard to go and try when we're down 1-0.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah, we should. Yeah, not now, not this. Like Empoli, for example. Empoli should be
after we score first. We have to.
Yeah,
that's the point.
We have to. We need to create a buffer early enough. You can't create a buffer in the 85th minute and then.
Yeah, but the thing is, we have to play also. Like even if we're 2-0 up, let's say, we have to continue to play, not just do what we do. And
because that's a fragile lead today. 2-0 was solid
2-0.
before, but not anymore.
Yeah,
even 3-0.
2-2 against Fiorentina. The mighty Fiorentina of Italiano ball, 2-0 in the first half, 2-2 in the second half. Our guy Hamza Rafia, if you remember from Pirlo season,
he saved us in the Copa.
Exactly, I remember him.
not Cristiano, but him.
Yeah, I remember. No, let's see. We have a lot of time to practice. Also, because we play once a week, they can even practice by doing a friendly midweek. Like, just bring people and bring a team and then try it out in a friendly. That's how some teams do it. Like Bayern does it sometimes. If you notice, like this time when there is no Champions League for them, they bring other teams, and then they use the players that didn't play to try stuff, to try tactics. That's an idea. Anyways, it's getting very late for me, guys. See you for the Juve forever.
Ciao.
I love it. Comes in, drops in pipe bombs, and has to leave.
I'm also dipping,
Yeah.
so give someone else a chance. But thanks.
I gotcha.
And I was
All right.
actually about to say you should just we'll wind this down then.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll just hit the music on and we'll sign off from there. I think we're less pissed off than when we started, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. There's a lot of positives to be taken, and but yeah, looking forward to next week because, like I said, we can't make a judgment call for another month or two. So looking forward to next week.
Absolutely. All righty. Well, I'm going to hit the music and sign us off. All right, Colin, I'll see you.
Cheers.
Alrighty, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Just a little bit of some housekeeping notes. Obviously, this is the Colin Clip It of the full watch along Colin show thing. Also, as well, tomorrow, guys, I'm gonna watch the remainder of the games tomorrow, and then I'm gonna start filming the match week mixed down. Holy smokes, I cannot say that shit to save my life. But on that note, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you like the videos, push us in the algorithm. We're trying to rise to 2K by the winter break. So about 400 more subscribers, guys. But anyways, folks, thanks for tuning in. I will catch you some point this week. It is going to be just the Dash Only show with some Dave cameos because Dave will be back after the international break. So on that note, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in on the next one.